Okay, so if you followed me before on YouTube or some of the written work that I've done, you know that I spend a lot of time discussing this concept of creating what you want in your life. And the reality of what needs to be done is, number one, you have to get very clear about what it is that you want. Then you have to put a plan in place around how you're going to get there. And then thirdly, you have to take action and execute on that plan. And very often we're very successful in doing this. But what I find with a lot of people is they tend to micromanage this whole process. And I'm here to tell you that micromanaging doesn't work in this instance. Right? And so in Adjust Your Sales, my book, we spent a lot of time talking about this concept of manipulating the rudder and the sail to get where you want to go. But the issue is you can control the rudder and you can control the sail, but you cannot control the wind or the current. And it's very much the same in life. Okay, you can control your actions, but you cannot control life in general. It's very, very difficult to do those things. And people try, and what happens is they get very attached to specific outcomes. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the way to make it all happen. You have to be open to the opportunity. And you have to be flexible within the framework to make it happen. And let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. So years ago, I came to a crossroad in my career, and I decided that, you know, I had been fortunate enough to be very successful in what I was doing, and it was very lucrative, but I was ready to take on a new challenge. And that new challenge for me, at least I thought, meant taking the next step. You know, getting promoted to the next level where I was actually managing a large part of the country, and I was overseeing a lot of people that were doing what I was doing in my previous role. And lo and behold, I get focused on it, and within a short period of time, the opportunity presents itself. And unfortunately for me, I couldn't take advantage of the opportunity because it meant relocating. And I couldn't relocate at the time because there were some health issues in the family, and I just couldn't at that moment move away. And I just had to deal with what I had. So, you know, the reality of that world is I didn't take the role, or I didn't pursue it any further than I had. And within another year after that, another opportunity opened up for me. And it was something I never anticipated. And this was the opportunity to develop people. Within the realm of a top Fortune 500 organization, I had the ability now to create my own role. And in creating my own role, I could do and pursue my passion, which was professional development. And that's exactly what I walked into. And so had I taken that first opportunity, the second opportunity never would have come up for me, because I would have been in another part of the organization, in another role, and I wouldn't have had that chance. And so I think the key here is that you cannot see the entire situation, no matter where you are. And I think you have to trust sometimes that there are other better opportunities that may come as a result. And you can't get too caught up in one outcome. Because the reality of it is there may be something better out there for you that you just can't see at the time. And so the key here is that you can direct your life, but you cannot control your life. And the sooner you get clear about that, the more successful you're going to be. So the key here is to focus on your goal, but to be very open to the possibilities and to be very open to how it can manifest. Because there are a lot of different ways it can play out. But what you have to realize is what you manifest may be even better than what you intended in the first place. And so what I'd like to ask you to do for homework is to pull that plan out. Just polish it up. Look at what you're doing right now. Look at how you're focused on where you're going, where you want to go, and how you're going to get there. Get very clear about the plan. And again, take a step back once that plan is in place and you've taken action. And just accept what is. Be open to the possibilities, get focused on where you want to go, and simply let it happen.